You feel it, a quiet shift inside you that no one else seems to notice. Your mind races, your heart feels heavier, and suddenly the world you once understood doesn't make sense anymore. You might feel isolated, like you're walking through life behind a glass wall that keeps you close enough to see everyone, but far enough to feel unseen. Most people will never understand what you're going through, and that's exactly why you're here. In this video, you're going to uncover the hidden stage of spiritual awakening that nobody talks about, the quiet phase. By the end, you'll understand why this silence is not weakness, why this solitude is not rejection, and how this unseen stage is actually the bridge to your highest version. But what exactly is happening inside you? Why does it feel like the world is moving on while you're standing still? And more importantly, how do you move forward without losing yourself? Number 1, the sudden silence. Your world feels different, but you don't know why. At first, it's almost unnoticeable. You wake up one day and the noise that used to fill your life, constant chatter, distractions, obligations, suddenly feels empty. Friends seem distant. Social events feel hollow. Even hobbies that used to excite you no longer bring the same spark. You start questioning everything. Your purpose, your relationships, your choices. This is the quiet phase taking hold. And it's confusing because outwardly nothing has changed, but inwardly everything has shifted. Most people will try to reassure you saying, "You'll get over it," or "This is just a phase." But what they don't understand is that you've entered a deeper level of awareness. You're noticing patterns in life you never saw before, and this awareness isolates you. Your mind wants to rush forward, to fix things, to find answers. But here's the paradox. The more you push, the more the answers seem to hide. This phase is teaching patience, but it doesn't feel like a lesson yet. You're standing on the edge of transformation, and if you don't recognize it, you might misinterpret it as stagnation. But there's a moment coming, a moment that will reveal why this silence is actually preparing you for something far greater. Number 2, the hidden struggle. Isolation feels like punishment, but it's a gift. Now the loneliness hits. Not the occasional solitude everyone experiences, but a deep, vibrating sense of isolation. It's like your energy is out of sync with the world. Conversations feel shallow. Connections that once felt meaningful now feel forced. And suddenly, you notice an uncomfortable truth. Most people won't be able to relate to this inner shift. This stage feels unfair, like punishment for seeking growth. You start asking yourself, am I broken? Am I doing something wrong? But here's the twist. This isolation isn't a punishment. It's recalibration. Every spiritually awakened person goes through this stage, and it's the part that nobody warns you about. The silence, the distancing, the solitude, it's all part of a process designed to strip away what no longer serves you. Think of it as clearing space in your life for things that truly matter. But here's where it gets tricky. The deeper the silence, the more the mind starts to trick you. Thoughts creep in, fear, doubt, even panic. You might feel lost, but this is the exact point where transformation begins. And just when you think you can't handle the quiet anymore, an unexpected shift is about to occur, one that will change how you see yourself entirely. Number 3, emotional turbulence. Why everything feels magnified. If the first 2 phases felt subtle, this next stage hits like a storm. Emotions become amplified. Minor events trigger intense reactions. Joy feels euphoric, sadness feels crushing, and moments of clarity are often accompanied by confusion. Your emotional radar is heightened because your awareness is expanding faster than your coping mechanisms. The world no longer feels predictable, and old ways of thinking and reacting fail. You notice yourself crying for no reason, laughing at absurdities, or feeling exhausted without explanation. And yet each emotional spike is a signal, not a flaw. It's your consciousness trying to integrate new layers of awareness into your daily life. But here's the catch. This turbulence can make you feel unstable, disconnected, even overwhelmed. Most people would see this as a warning sign, but in reality it's a signal of growth. And right when you think the storm will never end, there's a subtle pattern emerging, a hidden rhythm that hints at a higher alignment. Recognizing it now is crucial, because it's the key to moving from chaos to mastery. Number 4, the subtle awakening. Clarity arrives in fragments. After the storm, something remarkable begins to happen. Clarity starts to appear, not all at once, not like a sudden epiphany, but in fragments. Small insights begin to connect like puzzle pieces. You notice patterns in your behavior, recurring lessons in your relationships, and subtle signs of synchronicity. These fragments feel mysterious, almost like whispers guiding you forward, and they're often ignored because the mind wants big answers now. But if you pay attention, you'll see that these small sparks of understanding are pointing toward your next level. You start questioning old beliefs, discarding unhelpful habits, and unconsciously gravitating toward people and experiences aligned with your new frequency. And yet, just when clarity seems close, something unexpected happens, doubts reappear, old fears resurface, and you feel like the progress is slipping. This is exactly the part that separates those who plateau from those who evolve. How you respond here determines whether the quiet phase becomes a turning point or a prolonged limbo. The next stage will reveal the invisible strength you've been building all along, but only if you're ready to recognize it. Number 5. The transformation. Silence becomes power. Finally, the quiet that once felt unbearable starts to reveal its true purpose. The isolation, the emotional turbulence, the fragmented clarity, all of it has been training you. You begin to notice a shift. Your intuition sharpens, your energy stabilizes, and your presence in the world becomes more grounded. Decisions feel easier, distractions fade, and you find yourself more aligned with your own inner truth. This is the stage most people never reach consciously, because it requires enduring the invisible trial of the quiet phase. And here's the most powerful insight. What once felt like emptiness is actually a reservoir of strength. The world outside may not recognize it, but internally you're operating on a higher level of consciousness. You've become someone who can navigate life with subtlety, clarity, and resilience. And yet, even in this newfound power, there's always more to explore. Deeper levels of awareness, untapped potential, and higher frequencies of thought that await those who continue to move forward. The quiet phase never truly ends, it evolves just like you. And understanding this is what separates ordinary growth from extraordinary transformation. If this phase of awakening resonates with you, remember this. The silence is not a punishment, the isolation is not failure, and the turbulence is not a curse. It is preparation. It is a subtle, invisible shaping of your consciousness that equips you for a life of clarity, influence, and resilience that most people never achieve. You are being guided, not by what you see, but by what you are becoming. Every moment of discomfort is evidence of growth, and every fragment of insight is a clue to your next level. Hold the quiet, honor the isolation, and trust the unseen rhythm of your own evolution. You are learning to navigate life differently, to act from awareness instead of reaction, to connect with yourself before connecting with the world. And when the transformation becomes visible, when the silent power within you begins to radiate outward, you'll understand why this quiet phase was necessary and why it is one of the most powerful stages of awakening you'll ever experience. If this connected with you, thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe because the journey doesn't stop here. There are more layers to uncover, more awareness to gain, and more strength to awaken. This is your path, your evolution, and the quiet phase is only the beginning.